The exact amount showed in our report is 59.6 billion and not 59.8 billion. So if the Honorable Gutierrez was able to compute the total unpaid to 60 billion, then there's a difference of like 400 million.
Mr. Chair, Honorable Luistro, tama po, as I presented kanina, I provided you with the details of that 59.6 already as presented in the previous hearing. And then our data here ay na-ready po natin for presentation composed of 2017 to 2024 po. So more or less the composition again of 59.6 ay returned to hospital and denied claims po siya. So meaning if looking into the definition of is this payable of PhilHealth to the hospital, again the figure presented a while ago, the in-process claims, these are claims that we considered as talagang utang ng PhilHealth, meaning these are claims received by PhilHealth under process and it will be paid once it will complete the process of the claims processing and of course preparation of the check, Mr. Chair. Again, 19 billion out of that 22 billion ay coming from year 2024 and November, December claims po ito. Ang majority of this one ay November and December claims, Mr. Chair. Thank you po.
Can you please state once more which part are you acknowledging as unpaid or obligation?
Mr. Chair,
Para kasing the way I heard it, you're trying to distinguish the nature of your obligation.
Yes,
with
po.
respect to RTH, denied, and in process. May nabanggit po ba kayo na which category do you really consider as obligation and which you do not consider as obligation?
Please respond to the query of Congresswoman Luistro.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair, Honorable Luistro. Again, on the part ng PhilHealth, Mr. Chair, we have here the in-process claims. These are claims na received ng korporasyon and pinaprocess po siya. And that's amounting to 22 billion from year 2017 up to year 2024 po. And specifically in the year 2024 po, we have 19.9 or 20 billion na in process po. So, meaning these are claims received ng korporasyon and pinoproseso ng ating mga regional offices hanggang mababayaran po siya. So ito po yung ang payable talaga o kaya claims na talagang inaasikaso ng corporation para mababayaran, Mr. Chair. As I mentioned kanina, the RTS and the denied claims, these are claims that we return to the hospital in the accumulation and from year 2017 hanggang sa 2024 po, Mr. Chair, Honorable Luistro. Thank you po.
Mr. Limsiaco, ito bang RTH na sinasabi mo, return to hospital, ito ba'y may prescriptive period when they are supposed to comply with the insufficient requirements?
Mr. Chair, Honorable Luistro, ang ating prescriptive period, pag hindi nila na-comply yung 60 days, batay sa existing na palisiya po natin, ay pumapatak siya kaagad as denied claims na siya. Itong return to hospital naman, ito ay may mga kakulangan sa dokumento, kakulangan sa pagpirma ng mga dokumento galing sa ating mga healthcare facilities that na-submit po nila sa corporation po.
So did the PhilHealth bother to identify how many of those claims have prescribed already? Mr.
Chair, Honorable Luistro, on the part of the prescript 160 days at 60 days, mayroon po tayong analysis on this one. And mayroon akong slide dito po, pwede siguro papunta na tayo doon para makita na po natin ang rason.
I felt quite disturbed, Mr. Limsiaco, when you said that the obligation that you consider of PhilHealth is the one in process represented by the figure 19 million. I wish to believe that those in the RTH and the denied, for as long as the period has not prescribed yet, should be considered still as obligation of PhilHealth. In fact, I wish to ask further, after the remedies within the PhilHealth office, what other remedies are available to the hospital in the court, like the Court of Appeals and the Supreme Court? Because my humble submission is, for as long as all these remedies have not yet been exhausted, all these obligations remain as obligations of PhilHealth.
Mr. Chair, Honorable Luistro, again, the RTH and denied claims ay, particularly return to hospital muna tayo. These are claims at the position of the hospital. So nasa kanila po, dahil binalik ng corporation, dahil may kakulangan po siya, and we are expecting that within 60 days, maibalik siya sa corporation para ma-process po. Meaning, Mr. Chair, Honorable Luistro, if makikita po natin in the year 2017 down the line, ito po yung mga claims na naibalik pero hindi na po siya bumalik sa corporation. Hindi po siya na-refile sa corporation. Hindi po siya na-request for payment ng ating mga health facilities.
So you have a graph presentation as well about the RTH which were never returned to PhilHealth.
Ito, Mr. Chair, Honorable Luistro, ito po siya yung mga datos po natin in terms of the RTH po, Mr. Chair, Honorable Luistro. Meaning we are encouraging them actually na ibalik dahil for compliance lang po to.
May we know the reason why they refuse or they failed to return to the corporation? The RTH which are supposed to be returned with compliance with respect to the requirements.
Mr. Chair, Honorable Luistro, may I request our expert in claims processing po. We have here Doc SVP Vargas.
I just find it strange, no? Kasi pera na to ng hospital eh. Coverage ng PhilHealth, all they need to do is to facilitate the claim and they will be able to collect. That is a collection and perhaps revenue of the hospital. What would stop them or discourage them to return the claim with complete requirements? Going over the top 10 reasons for the cases of return to hospital, I observe that these are mostly documentary. Some are minor discrepancy. And I feel disturbed that the purpose of our universal health care is being defeated because of the issues of documentary requirements or minor discrepancies, when in fact, these claims are legitimate claims, I wish to believe. Now, I wish to ask PhilHealth, ano po bang countermeasures ang inyong ginawa, itinulong sa hospital to facilitate this RTH and in order to give what is due to the hospitals who have rendered the services already to the patients?
Mr. Chair.
Yes, PCEO Mandy.
Yeah. I will reply, Mr. Chair, and then if I can allow COO Atty Santos to continue answering the query. Ma'am, we hear you loud and clear. What we are doing is we are encouraging, strongly encouraging, actually doing it, face-to-face reconciliation with the different hospitals and doctors. We are doing capacity building also. Kasi what we've found out historically after we have these face-to-face reconciliations, palaging very successful. Something good always comes out of the meeting, no? But aside from that, ma'am, to address your query, can I ask CEO to elaborate on the other measures we are taking po to address this?
Yes, Attorney Dino Santos.
Mr. Chairperson, Honorable Representative Luistro, in line with the recommendation earlier of Honorable Representative Garin, PhilHealth is also improving its system. So this system, Mr. Chairperson, Honorable Representative Listro, involves front-end evaluation, meaning the evaluation, the filtering itself is done in the front end. What we are doing right now, the practice
You mean
is-
in the hospital?
Yes, Mr. Chairperson, meaning when PhilHealth fully implements that system, the evaluation now is front end. So in that case, all claims that enters PhilHealth will only be good claims, ready for processing and for payment.
And if that happens, there will be no more RTH.
That's correct, Mr.
Because no
Chairperson.
claim will be reaching the PhilHealth if the claim is not compliant with the requirements.
That's correct, Mr. Chairperson.
But I
Honorable
wish to
Representative-
hear also, anong pong assistance ang binibigay nyo sa hospital, sa patient, to avoid non-submission or non-referral of claims to PhilHealth? Kasi yung statement natin na no claims will be reaching the PhilHealth unless they are complete, compliant, medyo disadvantageous po yun sa part ng patient, sa part ng hospital, na baka kaya compliant lahat ng nakakarating sa inyo is because walang assistance naman na nare-receive ang patient at ang hospital to make their claims compliant.
Before I recognize you, the Chair would like to recognize the Honorable Robert Ace Barbers from the 2nd District of Surigao del Norte. Please continue, Attorney Santos.
Mr. Chairperson, Honorable Representative Luistro, at present, we have, in addition to the strategies mentioned by our beloved President and CEO, Sir Manny Ledesma, we also implement this program called Reach Out. So, Mr. Chairperson, Honorable Representative Luistro, we monitor the level of RTH and denied claims of each facility so that when it reaches a level above 3% or even 2%, Mr. Chairperson, we immediately contact the provider or the facility and inform them of that situation. So we reconcile data and immediately implement measures to prevent these from happening again. So we coordinate closely with the providers so that they will correct their practices, Mr. Chairperson. Probably what they need is more orientation, more training, more education on how to prepare and process claims from their end. So that again, the submitted claims will improve, Mr. Chairperson, Honorable Representative Luis.
And if I may add, Attorney Santos, I hope we can provide also a PhilHealth focal person, hospital-based, who can actually and physically assist both the hospital and the patient in accomplishing all your requirements. And for my second point, I hope there are still chances to simplify the requirements in the process. Kasi kamukha po nung sinabi kanina ni Honorable Garin, if the patient is not so educated, it might be very difficult for him or for her filling in all those forms. But if we can simplify them, kung tawagin ng iba, user-friendly ang form, madaling unawain, I think we will be able to avoid itong mga RTH or non-submission of claims. And for my last point, PhilHealth, kanina po may nabanggit kayo, out of the total number of RTH, a significant number were never returned anymore to PhilHealth. May I know the percentage?
Mr. Chair, can I address the question?
Yes, Sir Mandy.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Ma'am, before Sir Renette gives you the figure, no, I just wanted to add to your earlier query. We have what's called PhilHealth Cares. So we have a number of personnel that are nationwide of more than 500 people.
Are they hospital-based?
Who are here to assist all of those in the hospitals, to walk them through and to help them on anything and everything.
Hospital-based po ba sila?
Hospital-based po. And we are planning to, marami na po yan, more than 500, pero i-expand pa namin yan because we understand po the importance of...
Does it include private hospitals?
Yes po. Kasama pong private hospitals po.
I hope you can provide to all, average to big,
Yes po.
both private and government hospitals.
Yes po, we realize the importance po. And like I said, although we currently have more than 500, we will expand it even more
And
po.
I hope you can come up also with the necessary remedy with respect to small hospitals if the number of your field personnel are not sufficient anymore to cater the same service to small hospitals, especially in the provinces.
Yes po, noted po.
Palikan ko po, Mr. Ledesma, yung question ko. Sabi niyo po kanina, out of the total number of RTH, marami ang hindi na talaga ibinalik sa PhilHealth. May I know the percentage?
Mr. Chair, Honorable Representative Luistro, the figure that we presented kanina, these are mga claims, RTS claims na hindi bumalik sa PhilHealth. Because once it will be refiled, it will now be received by the corporation and will be, it can be nasa in process siya or nasa paid po siya para hindi magdo-double counting po tayo. Meaning,
No, the context of what I heard kanina, hindi na ibinalik sa PhilHealth dahil hindi na ipinursu ang compliance with the requirements. How many of the total number of RTH were not actually returned anymore? Please do not change the context. I understand your point.
Mr. Chair, Honorable Representative Luistro, again, yung figure na pinapakita natin kanina, ito po yung numero ng mga RTH claims na hindi bumalik sa PhilHealth. Because pag ang RTH claims po na ibalik po sa corporation, it will be
In process.
in process pag hindi pa siya bayad or nasa paid na po siya kung nababayaran po natin ng claims para po hindi po mag-double counting po yung claims po natin.
If that is the case, then that leads me to my next question. Are there cases of RTH pinalik sa hospital, kulang ang requirements, pero hindi na bumalik sa inyo?
Mr. Chair, Honorable Representative Luistro, ito po yung numero na hindi
I
na talaga bumalik
understand.
sa
Please be
PhilHealth.
responsive to my question, Mr. Limsiaco. I understand you were saying na yung figure na present nyo for RTH ay napupunta either in process or paid already. That is very clear to me. But the context of my question is, suppose the reason for the RTH is kulang ang requirements. Reason why you return the claim to the hospital. Mayroon po bang ganyang mga cases ang PhilHealth claim? I believe that the question is answerable by yes or no, Mr. Limsiaco.
Mr. Chair, Honorable Luistro, this figure 2.174 million claims under RTS as presented earlier, ito ang claims na hindi na bumalik sa PhilHealth. Hindi na refile na sa PhilHealth.
Alam mo,
Meaning,
Mr.
sa kanila
Limsiaco,
na po.
medyo confusing yung statement mo kanina. You even asked us to add up RTH and denied. And now you're giving us the impression na itong RTH either dininay, napunta yung figure sa denied. Either in process, napunta yung figure sa in process. Or nabayaran, napunta yung figure doon sa paid. Lalo tayong mawawala doon sa 59.6 billion na ipinapatali namin kanina sa PhilHealth. Are you following me, Mr. Limsiaco?
Mr. Chair, Honorable Luistro, as discussed kanina po, as presented po, again, itong figure na napakita po natin dito, these are still return to hospital claims na hindi na bumalik sa corporation. Meaning, hindi na po siya na-refiled sa PhilHealth as of December 31, 2024 po.
Can we bring back this slide?
Yes po. Please.
If you're saying that, Mr. Limsiaco, then that is my question actually, no? Pakibalik po yung RTH, denied, and in process na slide. You just stated, Mr. Limsiaco, na yung RTH mo, correct me if I'm wrong, hindi na talaga binalik at pre-process sa PhilHealth. Do you confirm that?
Yes, Mr. Chair, Honorable Luistro.
If you're saying hindi na binalik at pre-process sa PhilHealth, then why? Earlier you said, itong RTH, kapag binalik sa ospital, napupunta sa in-process.
Okay.
Or kapag nabayaran na, napupunta sa paid. So which is which?
Mr. Chair, Honorable Luistro, as of December 31, 2024, nasa RTS po siya.
The 4,499 million, the RTH.
Yes
That's
po.
2024.
2024 po. As of December 31, RTS po siya. Now, once the hospital will submit the compliance to PhilHealth, pagdating ng January 2025, that claims, pag-extract po natin, pagkuha natin ng datos ng January 2025, ma-receive ng korporasyon, hindi na siya ma-reflect as part of the return to hospital, but it will be in process po siya. Dahil yan ay may compliance na on the requirement that PhilHealth requested the hospital to submit, Mr. Chair.
Yes, I'm
Honorable
following
po.
you, Mr. Limsiaco.
Yes po.
So out of the total of 4,499,000, suppose hindi lahat bumalik sa hospital. Suppose ang bumalik sa hospital is only 4 billion. Where will I see the remaining 499 million? Naka-RTH pa rin. Di ba?
Nasa RTS po siya.
By January
Mr. Chair.
2025, the succeeding month after December 2024, ang bumalik sa hospital ay 4 billion lang, nalipat yung 4 billion dun sa in-process, yung 499 million na hindi bumalik, I will be seeing that in January 2025 data. Kasi RTH pa rin ang status niya. Tama?
Tama po.
So, I wish to be confirmed. May mga cases ba talaga, like the one I illustrated, totally hindi na bumalik? And what is the percentage of those cases out of the total number of RTH?
Mr. Chair.
Dr. Pargas.
Yes, Honorable Luistro, I think what SVP Limsiaco said that the first condition is actually the process, wherein we evaluate the claims. If the claims is okay, then it will be paid. Otherwise, it will be returned to the hospital or otherwise denied.
O
And
kaya
then-
nga,
Opo.
I perfectly understand what Mr. Limsiaco said, Dr. Pargas, no? Ang tinatanong ko lang, in actual, mayroon ba talagang hindi na bumabalik?
Meron po, and actually,
Ano pong
sorry.
percentage?
According to the statement of SVP Limsiaco earlier, those numbers are the numbers that were not actually returned to us. They were returned to the hospital but were not refiled.
That 4 billion? 499 million?
I am confirming with the statement of SVP Limsiaco, and he said yes.
That is huge. That is huge. And can you please cite the reason why? Ang laking pera nito para hindi balikan ng mga hospital. Di ba?
Mr. Chair, Honorable Luistro.
We are on the same page, Mr.
Yes.
Limsiaco.
Yes po.
As of December 2024, the total of return to hospital is 4,499,000,000. And to laymanize it, ito'y mga ibinalik sa hospital, to this date, hindi pinaprocess sa PhilHealth. Now, what are the reasons bakit hindi sila nagko-comply, hindi nila binabalik sa PhilHealth para makaklaim sila?
Yes, po.
Paano sila makakaklaim kung hindi nila aayusin yung kulang at ibabalik sa PhilHealth?
Maraming salamat po, Mr. Chair, Honorable Luistro. As mentioned by PCO Ledesma a while ago, we are engaging the hospital for the claims reconciliation. Now, dito po, inahanap yung mga claims po natin. Dito po nalalaman kung saan yung mga claims. And of course, dito rin po, instances wherein the hospital, nalalaman niya na may mga claims pala na hindi binalik kay PhilHealth. And dito po, there are some hospital owners na nagagalit sa harap ng PhilHealth representative, bakit hindi nyo binalik sa PhilHealth ang claims na ito? Kaya po, that's the project of PhilHealth in the year 2024 po that we continue right now because nalalaman po ng hospital owners during that discussion, during that confirmation, na may mga claims pala na na-denied na hindi na ibalik sa PhilHealth. Now, yes sir.
Sorry. Mr. Chair, if I... actually, ma'am, we hear you. The number is very big. Like you said, no, it's a big number. But maybe to put it in context, if you don't mind, Mr. Chair, this honorable committee, the percentage of total claims of RTH is less than 2%. So I know the number is big, ma'am, but if you look at it in percentage terms, that's less than 2%. But at the same time, ma'am, we hear you.
Can you say it again, Mr. Ledesma?
Because you're saying the RTH number, it's a very huge number. I'm not denying that, ma'am, but I also want to say, just to put things into context, the percentage of total claims of RTH is less than 2%. So the number you mentioned, ma'am, is less than 2% of total claims.
Nonetheless, that's still a huge amount.
Yes, agree, ma'am. We agree.
I just want to share my apprehension in conclusion of my interpellation, Mr. Chair. We have received reports that because of delay in the payment of claims, some hospitals have ceased in continuing the certain services of the same. Some fully closed already. I am apprehensive that perhaps one of the reasons kung bakit hindi sila bumabalik is because the hospital shut down already. And for us to be enlightened, Mr. Limsiaco, I hope you can give us the details of that total amount of RTH. At least for one hospital, I can personally share with you that there is one hospital in my hometown, Mabini, Batangas. I hope I am wrong, but you can verify. I used to be one of the stockholders. The reason why they shut down is because of the delay in the payment of PhilHealth. That's from the point of view of one of the stockholders. Sana wala nang ibang hospital na ganito. Because you know what? That is the lone private hospital in my hometown. And when it closed, it really affected the healthcare system in my hometown. No? And it is hard to understand why the PhilHealth, the partner of the government, in implementing this mandate on healthcare system, is the reason why the hospital institutions will be closing. Thank you, Mr. Chair. That ends my interpellation.
Quick interjection, Mr. Chair.
Congresswoman Garin.
Para lang po malinawan, yung return to hospital na claims, Mr. Chair, ibinalik sa hospital dahil may mga kulang na papel. And we are referring to 2017. Tama po?
Mr. Chair, Honorable Garin, hindi lang 2017 but hanggang 2024
Yes, pero
na
na-delineate ba natin magkano yung 2017 pabalik? Yun na yung sinabi mo.
Opo.
Okay. And from 2017 hanggang sa ngayon, hindi na sila ano na lang natin, let's make it shorter. Let's say from 2019, hindi na sila nagbalik sa PhilHealth. Ganun ba?
Mr. Chair, Honorable Garen, yes po.
Okay. Pwede ba nating ma-delineate how much or how many hospitals in this pool that you are saying are government and ilan naman yung private? Puro ba pribado or puro ba gobyerno? Because that might, alam mo, we need to see the bigger picture.
Yes, Mr. Chair, Honorable Garen, we can calculate that one and come up with a report po.
At ilan dun yung bukas pa o nagsara na?
Yes po.
And do you also have a slide that will point us to ano yung mga kulang kaya siya binalik?
Yes po.
Yes.
We have, Mr. Chair, Honorable Garen, reason bakit siya na RTH.
Do you have a slide on that? Kasi
Yes,
siguro para mapabilis tayo, let's move forward. Ano yung reasons ng RTH, or return to hospital? Ano yung reasons ng mga denial? Para makita natin kung doable ba o hindi ba.
Opo. Meron
If
po
the
tayo.
Honorable Luistro will be willing, okay, you have the slide now.
Mr. Chair, Honorable Garen, this is the top 10 reasons for return to hospital in current year 2024 po. So, other documentary required, may mga documents po na hiningi ang ating claims processor na isupport doon sa mga claims ng ating mga health facilities po. Of course, discrepancies sa ating nakikita po ng processor po natin.
Mr. Chair, can Mr. Limsiaco expand more, define, ano po ang ibig sabihin ng discrepancy para po maintindihan?
Mr. Chair, Honorable Garen, may I request Doc Ispot to respond if allow po ng Chair.
Dr.
Pargas, Mr. Chair.
Pargas, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yun pong halimbawa po sa discrepancies would be, halimbawa po is, doon po sa isang form, yung age ng pasyente is 15, doon po sa kabilang form ay 17. Or halimbawa po, yun pong name, doon sa claim form 1 is different from that of the claim form 2. So, binabalik po yun para po maayos at maging pareho po yung data, Mr. Chair. As an example lang po.
If the Honorable Luistro is very much willing, Mr. Chair, just another quick interjection. Kasi kung kunyari minor lang, let's say dito sa isang form yung age ganito, dito sa isa yung age ganito, and makikita mo naman sa birth year, if these are really minor discrepancies, kasi minsan yung pasyente, pag tinanong mo, the informant, kunyari yung nanay ang kasama, o ilan yung mga anak mo, 4, anong year ng birthday, minsan birthday, hindi na nila matandaan eh. So these minor errors, maybe if we can be a little bit lenient on this will solve the problem. Kasi yung, syempre ibabalik mo, kailangan, yung hospital, baka hindi na matrace yung patient. We need to quantify. I am more concerned on the denied claims. Kasi pag denied claims, ang ibig sabihin nito is the possibility of fraud. Tama ba?
Mr. Chair, that's one of the reasons po for the denial of claims.
Sa denied claims, yung how many % yung fraud?
We don't have the data, Mr. Chair, but we can provide.
Yes. So Mr. Chair, in addition to what the Honorable Luistro is saying, kunyari konting discrepancy lang sa edad, kasi especially if the patient is not that educated, or minsan if the patient is already old, yung informant, kasi usually hindi pasyente ang ini-interview eh. Maybe we can be lenient on this. Unless these are really major errors.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Mr. Ledesma.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, just want to highlight, we hear you, Kong Janet, loud and clear. However, we're really trying to be as lenient as possible. But just want this honorable committee to note that we also have to deal with the other issues, especially like a very, very strict commission at COA no? Talagang tinitignan nila yan, every little detail or possible fraud, no? So yes, it's actually a very difficult balancing act for us because we hear all these stories of the hospitals closing and all that, but I think it might be good for the committee to note that we also have to deal with all of these other agencies, no? And ang daming, historically, PhilHealth, ang daming findings, ang daming negative. So we're also, you know, we have to weigh everything, no? I just wanted to mention that, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Quick interjection lang, Mr. Chair, if with the indulgence
Congressman
of...
Lee.
Well, for the information lang of the committee, Mr. Chair, I have filed the House bill giving amnesty to all this return to hospital, yung mga especially yung nabanggit ni Congw na maliliit, no? That's why itong House bill sana Congresswoman Green would pave the way, no? Kasi hindi lang po itong mga return to hospital, pati po yung mga denied claims because of late submission, no? I think meron din pong mga denied claim and gusto ko nga itanong later on kung magkano ba to, no, yung mga denied claims because of late submissions of documents, no? Kasi within 60 days daw kailangan i-claim, no? And useless po itong pinag-uusapang benefits lahat kung itong mga hospitals na to ay lahat po, no, ayaw po serve sa mga PhilHealth members, no? So, yun lang po, Mr. Chair, no? I just would like to give the information to the committee na meron po akong final na ganung House bill, no, giving amnesty to these denied claims because of late submissions and return to hospital because of ito pong mga maliliit na mga discrepancies. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Very quick interjection, 1 minute interjection, Mr.
Yes,
Chair.
with the indulgence of Congresswoman Luistro.
Of
Chair would like
course,
to
we
recognize
laud the
Congressman
proposal
Darin.
of the Honorable Lee, but coming from PhilHealth before, I think it is somehow untenable. Kasi it's okay to give an amnesty if the deficiency is, ang amnesty kasi is meron kang dapat bayaran. Tapos let's say sabihin natin, hindi mo na bayaran, nagkaroon ng mga penalties. Then you can give an amnesty. But in this case, it will be very difficult for PhilHealth to do that because they will now be the subject of a lot of cases. So yan ang magiging problema. I believe the solution is not an amnesty. The solution here is the IT system. Because if you have PhilHealth claims, andun yung birth year, pag hindi naman tugma ang birth date, ang age na nalagay, maka-capture ng computer yan eh. So it's the IT system. That's the solution, not the amnesty. Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair.
Sorry, Mr. Chair, just very quick answer to the Honorable.
Yes, with the indulgence of Congresswoman
Yes.
Luistro. Please proceed, Congressman Lee.
1 minute. Well, tama po kayo, Honorable Green. No, but ang tinitingnan ko kasi dito sa amnesty yung mga dati, no. Moving forward, of course, the solution is the IT system really, no. So ang tinitingnan ko kasi dito is yung mga denied claims to hospital which affects their services, no. Denied claims because of yun pong late submission, no, of documents, no. Kasi reimbursement daw is within 60 days should be reimbursed, no. Marami po tayong hospital na na-deny yung claim, automatically denied because of late submission, no. That is the information I gathered from the last meeting with the group of PHA, no, and PhilHealth also, no, have confirmed this during the last committee hearing on health, no. So that was one of the reason. And then yung isa pa, ito pong mga small discrepancy that you have mentioned nga, no, na kung maaari itong mga na-return to hospital na tama kayo, hindi na nila mahanap yung mga pasyente, no, hindi na nila matrace kung nasaan na to, no, paano nila ito aayusin, no. So ito po yung sentro, no, nung House bill natin na yan, no, na sana mabigyan po itong mga hospital kasi totoo namang naibawas nila ito doon sa mga billing ng mga pasyente, no. So yun po ang sinesentro. But again, I submit that tama po kayo na yung pong IT ang talagang solution po dito. Yun lang po, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr.
would
Chair,
like to
very quick
recognize-
input to the denied claims, Mr. Chair. Ang problema kasi nung dati, maraming in-enroll na double or triple na enroll yung isang tao. And there were also situations where names were actually fictitious. So in fairness to the people manning this before, they had to deny the claims, especially if fictitious yung tao. Ibig sabihin, napaka-imposible na yung isang hospital ay magkaroon ng ganitong number of operations. So, granting an amnesty will actually mean relieving them of their responsibility. So, I believe that will apply, your proposal can be considered on RTH, but definitely, Mr. Chair, on denied claims, it will send a wrong signal. Kasi dapat, alagaan natin, tama naman, marami ang benepisyo, but it should go to the real people and those in need. No fraudulent claims. Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair.
30 seconds, Mr. Chair.
Congressman,
Mr. Chair.
siguro pwede po natin i-tackle yan once your
Yes.
Mr. Chair,
bill is
hindi
filed.
ba
Yun na
pwede-
po yung tamang committee po
Mr.
na...
Chair.
Yes, the
Hindi
Vice...
po ba yung issue na yan pwedeng pag-usapan pag nandun na sa proper committee?
Ayun na po. Yun
Thank
na
you,
po
Mr.
yung-
Chair. I submit.
Nagtataas pa ako ng kamay kanina rito pero parang nagdidebate na tayo sa
Kaya
isang
nga po.
issue na hindi dapat nandito.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I submit, Mr.
Thank
Chair.
you.